Shake Milton recently cleared waivers on Tuesday and officially joined the New York Knicks. And recently, he spoke out on why he chose the Knicks over other contending teams. And he mentioned one particular person in the Knicks front office, William Worldwide Wesley, as a main person that influenced him joining the New York Knicks. We're going to break down exactly what he said and so much more today. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button now. And make sure you have notifications turned on so you don't miss a second of the new content. And now, let's get started. Shake Milton recently spoke out on why he joined the New York Knicks over other contenders that wanted to add him. And if you look at the Knicks roster, Jalen Brunson, Dante DiVincenzo, Miles McBride, Alec Burks, you could make the argument, why did he choose the Knicks? Because playing time is going to be hard to come by. Even if you want to say right now they're injured, sooner or later they're going to get healthy. And once they're healthy, it's going to be a fight to try to get minutes with all of those guards playing. However, I think Shake chose the Knicks for other reasons, not only just playing time and being part of a contender, but also part of a relationship that he shares with the front office for the New York Knicks, specifically Worldwide Wes. According to NBA insider Ian Begley with SNY, he states that Shake Milton has known Knicks executive VP William Wesley for a long time. According to Shake, he's there anytime I need him. Whether it's to talk, do whatever, he's always there. Milton said Wesley factored into his decision to sign with the Knicks after agreeing to a buyout with the Detroit Pistons. Shake also mentioned the following regarding the New York Knicks and why he joined them. It's crazy. It was always my favorite place to play. Getting to be in New York is crazy, honestly. Shout out to newest Knicks Shake Milton for being honest on why he chose the New York Knicks over other teams. He understands the playing situation. He clearly loves New York and MSG and wants to be here. So that's another factor. But obviously, his relationship with Worldwide Wes factored into him joining the New York Knicks. And that's something to say because we never really hear about Worldwide Wes influencing anybody to join the Knicks. We obviously hoped that. We wanted to hear that for years, but we really haven't heard that, except now with Shake Milton. And now Shake isn't really a big name free agent. I'm not saying that he is. However, he could have joined any other team. He can help a multitude of teams, but he chose to join the Knicks, a team that he already knows has a guard situation that is more or less set because when the Knicks are fully healthy, he's going to have to fight Miles McBride and Alec Burks for minutes off the bench. Whatever you feel about Alec Burks at this point in time, we all know they made a trade for Bojan Bogdanovic and Alec Burks. They did that not because they want to play them off the bench situationally. They did that so those two can play heavy minutes. But Burks right now is playing in a way that's such a massive disappointment that potentially Shake could outplay him for minutes. And if that happens, maybe it never switches back. Maybe it never switches back till the playoffs, or maybe it doesn't even switch back then. Because once you get chemistry and things start working, Tom Thibodeau may not want to adjust that. So you never know what happens. But all I got to say is playing time is definitely up for grabs right now due to injury. But once the Knicks get healthy, if Burks does not do what he needs to do, Shake is going to steal his spot. I absolutely believe that. I think that Shake Milton was added to this roster in small part to light a fire back under Alec Burks to let him know, hey, listen, I know you were traded here. I know you're Tom Thibodeau's favorite, but let me tell you something. If you don't play in a way that's impactful for this Knicks team that's going to help us win, Shake Milton is here to take your spot, take your minutes. And if he's just as impactful or more impactful than you are, he's going to be the one that's on the floor for Tom Thibodeau, not you. This is sending a statement to the roster and especially the guards, letting them know you need to step up and prove your worth and prove to make sure that you can stay on this roster during the stretches that matter the most, especially when we head into the playoffs. If you want that type of time, you need to show up right now. Miles McBride, he's answering the call. Is Alec Burks? Some nights, maybe. Often nights, no. Shake, if he does what he needs to do, bye-bye Burks, because that's exactly what's going to happen. However, we definitely know where Shake stands in the rotation right now, because even though the Knicks are injured and we have so many different positions that we need assistance in, it's clear Tom Thibodeau made a statement about Shake and where he stands in the rotation. And this helps us understand exactly where he's going to factor in once the Knicks get healthy. According to Ian Begley, he noted that Shake Milton was active against the Hawks. However, Thibodeau mentioned that Milton will be situational right now as opposed to having a regular spot in the New York Knicks rotation. Situational. Tom Thibodeau and that word situational. We all know what it means. Unless he has to play him, he's not going to play him. If it's garbage time, maybe you'll see some minutes. But unless that's the case, he's likely not going to see any minutes and he's going to continue to ride the bench. And I think he understands that. He mentioned as much when he was talking to the media about his role and joining the New York Knicks. So I don't think that's a surprise to him. However, I will say this. Alec Burks and his massive disappointing performance that we've been seeing for these last few games, I think it's something to look at because I don't think Tom Thibodeau can continue justifying giving Burks so many minutes and him underperforming or not performing at the level that Tom Thibodeau expects. That's why I think a path exists for Shake Milton to get more minutes over Alec Burks. It's just going to take that situation to arise. But all of the things are active and in place for that situation to exist. The only person that can stop it is Alec Burks. And honestly, I want Burks to do well. I'm not hoping for Burks' downfall. I want to make sure something is clear. I want every single player who touches that court for the New York Knicks to have a positive impact and do what they need to do. However, if I'm looking at the players on the floor and I see they're not doing what they need to do or have a negative impact, then yeah, I want to switch them out with somebody else. I'm looking at Alec Burks. Miles McBride has clearly earned more minutes than Alec Burks in the rotation. That's clear. But right now, we have to understand how many minutes has Alec Burks earned in the New York Knicks rotation right now? Because I would argue he hasn't really earned that much. And if that's the case, experiment then. Switch him out with Shake Milton and see how the lineup works. See how the team works. See how the chemistry looks. And if it looks better, maybe you go that way and keep on experimenting until you find the rotation and the sets that work. And once you do, continue rolling that out. While you're injured, this is the best time to do it because you're going to see who's going to step up when the pressure's on and who's going to step aside. I think it's very clear. Some players have stepped up and other players have stepped aside. Alec Burks, I don't know where he is right now. It's looking like he's stepping aside, but then I see him each and every game, and he's looking like he wants to be part of the Knicks, wants to play the right way. So it's up and down with him. He needs to find consistency. That's the only thing that's going to save him. If he finds consistency with his game, learns how to play with this Knicks team, learns that he's not in Detroit, but he's part of a contender, and plays like that, nobody's going to have any issues with Burks. He keeps trying to play hero ball, and he fails to be the hero. And when you fail to be the hero, you're going to be treated like that. It's unfortunate, but you're playing for New York. This is not your first time. You know how it is. But honestly, if Burks doesn't change his style, understand who he's playing with, and understand how he's supposed to be impactful for this Knicks team, he is not going to have consistent playing time under Tom Thibodeau. He is going to get robbed of those minutes from somebody else, maybe Shake Milton, and he's going to ride the bench. It's going to be crazy to say that because Burks is a Tom Thibodeau favorite. But if that happens, it's going to showcase that Thibs is not a favorite to players. He's a favorite to winning. And if anybody else is going to give him a better chance to win, he's going to put that player out there in the rotation. So if Shake does that, that's what's going to happen. It's going to be crazy if it does happen, but I'm not ruling it off the table. We already saw in a few games earlier this week that if Alec Burks doesn't do what he needs to do, Tom Thibodeau is comfortable benching him. If he's comfortable benching him, that means that other players can take his spot. Burks, I've said it in a number of videos, tick-tock. Step up and do what you need to do, or other players are going to take your position. The newly acquired Shake Milton is one of those players, especially when he has such a strong relationship with one of our executive VPs in William Wesley. Shake has everything going his way to make the case to get minutes on the New York Knicks. All he needs is an opportunity. Burks, you might be that opportunity. But what about you guys? What do you think about these comments by Shake Milton on why he joined the New York Knicks, even though the Knicks have so many guards already? Let me know in the comments below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below, and of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knicks fans. Peace.